When I was a kid, I built a snow tunnel in my backyard so deep I could stand up in it, like my own little cave of sorts. I'd spend hours in there just existing in my own little snow kingdom. And today, I still treat snowstorms like an adventure. Except now it's me packing a backpack with a granola bar and a water bottle just to walk to CVS for a single apple juice.
You know, as chaotic as it looks outside, I gotta say, it is like super fun though. Just having all this snow in the background. We're literally walking towards CVS right now. It's ridiculous.
And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Look how much snow there is. Oh my god. You know, you gotta love actually being able to walk the road like this. It is actually insane. You know what, actually, let me keep walking the road. Let me keep walking the road. These things are insane.
Right now, I'm looking outside my window and I just watched a literal fleet of snowplows drive by, all going in the same direction like some sort of snow removal convoy. There's already about a foot of snow out there. Everything's covered in this white powder and honestly, it looks really beautiful.
Jesus Christ, look how deep that is.
The snow's falling almost systematically, but then the wind picks up and just throws it everywhere. It's kind of chaotic, and for most people, this signals one thing: to stay inside. Grab your blankets, your snacks, maybe binge on something on Netflix. You gotta hunker down. But for me, this is a quest weather. My brain sees this and it just goes, okay, let's actually go on an adventure.
There's literally no cars on the street right now. It is insane. There's so much snow, but somehow this is a little bit peaceful. Gotta say, it is really cool to go on an adventure today.
I want to get out there, and I know exactly where that comes from. Because when I was a kid, snowstorms meant something completely different. The second I'd hear that school was closed, that was my time to shine. It's not time to stay inside, but to go outside and to build a shelter. I would spend hours in my parents' backyard building snow forts and tunnels all day. And I mean tunnels, like deep enough that you can literally stand up in them, like my own little snow cave. At first, my parents thought it was a little bit weird that this small kid of theirs is just building a small hole in the backyard. But over time, they started to encourage it. They'd bring me hot cocoa and snacks before I went out to work on my little fort. And here's the thing, the hot steam from the cup would melt the roof of the tunnel faster, right? But honestly, I didn't care. That's one of those core memories that just kind of sticks with you all the way to adulthood. Standing in the little snow cave, holding a warm cup of cocoa or tea, and I felt like I was on top of the goddamn world. And you know what's crazy about being inside those little tunnels? It was quiet. Like, a specific kind of quiet that's hard to describe unless you've experienced it yourself. I can see the snow falling through the entrance, and just watching it come down, but I can barely hear the wind. The snow itself muffled everything, and the only sound was the crunch of snow when I shifted around or when I'd pack more into the walls. Sometimes I just kinda lay there and just exist. Time kind of stood still. It felt like being in a cabin in the middle of nowhere, you know? Just watching snow fall gracefully without any wind to disturb it. This perfect, peaceful bubble I've carved out for myself. I'd bring stuff in there sometimes. Toys, books, snacks. I'd set up little shelves carved into the walls and make it feel like a real-world space, not just like some hole in the snow. Some days I'd be there out for hours, and sometimes my parents would have to call me in just because it was getting dark or I'd been out there too long. They were afraid that I would freeze to death. It wasn't about doing anything specific, it was just simply being outside, being in a place that I made and called my little shelter. Eventually, though, those snow days stopped being about building forts. I'm not exactly sure when it happened. There wasn't like some dramatic moment where I decided, I'm too old for this. It just kind of gradually became a thing I just didn't do anymore. maybe the snow wasn't as deep some years, or maybe I got more self-conscious about being the teenager digging tunnels in the backyard. Or maybe I just had other things going on. School, friends, the usual stuff that fills up your time as you get older, you know? But here's the thing. You might be wondering if that sense of adventure just died, if I grew out of it completely. And honestly, it never did. It just grew older.
You know what this kind of reminds me of, honestly? Now that I think about it, after playing through the Division 1, where it was like all snowy in New York, I honestly think that like, it kind of looks like that, to be honest. Just a little less, you know, apocalyptic and all that, you know, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, so far, it's pretty crazy, though. I gotta say, though, maybe this is how the Division starts, right? It all started with the virus. No, I'm just kidding. Hell yeah, well, we just got home now. So, I think it's time for some hot tea, some soup, and some snacks, so, hell yeah.
So you might be asking, what does that look like now? Well, it's gotten bigger in some ways. More outward, if that makes sense. When I go on these walks during storms, I'll ask neighbors if they need help, if they need supplies when I'm heading out, just to check in, you know, do my due diligence. And honestly, sometimes just the offer itself is enough to make someone's day. Like today, I walked past this elderly woman shoveling her driveway, and I asked if she needed help, and she said, "Oh, thank you for the offer, I just want to get ahead of the storm." So I told her to stay warm and went on my day. It's a small interaction, but I don't know, felt good. Felt like that interaction mattered. Now, don't get me wrong, snowstorms as an adult come with responsibilities that the kid me would never have to think about. Shoveling for one, like, you gotta shovel a path just to leave your damn house. Then you gotta dig your car out if you want to drive anywhere. And then, when you're actually driving, you have to be hyper vigilant because every car on the road is handling like a stance car with bald tires. It's time consuming, it's physically exhausting, but there is some beauty still in it. Believe it or not, I still appreciate watching natural weather happen, whether that be snowstorms or, honestly, rain. There's something soothing about witnessing nature do its thing. Like, even if I don't love the cold itself, I love what it creates. That mentality of going somewhere, it didn't go anywhere, it just grew older just as I did over the years. If it's cold but dry, that's perfect skateboarding weather. You know, hit up the park, try some tricks. All you gotta do is just bundle up a little bit more than normal. If it's rainy at midnight and the roads are safe, well, that sounds like a perfect time to go to Taco Bell, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we ended up getting a granola bar from CVS. And I got a little Powerade and, a water bottle. Do I need these things? Probably not. But, I don't know. I think the walk was definitely worth it. I mean, shit. Look at this. It's insane out here. No, I love it so much. Just the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I just like walking in the snow. It's a different kind of fun, I guess. I've always liked that as a kid. Growing up in snowstorms. Yeah, I like it a lot.
And when the weather gets really, and I mean really nasty like today, well, I pack a backpack with a granola bar and a water bottle. We walk to CVS for some apple juice, and why not? It's an excuse. It's an excuse for me to go walk, go adventure, and get hit by all that snow. It's like that meme that guys always say all the time where they want to have a sword battle in the snow and just bleed out in the snow, right? That's the kind of vibe that we're kind of going for. It's honestly amazing. You know what though? Even when I don't go out, there's still something special about storm days. It's nothing like a hot cup of tea with honey, maybe some video games, and just sitting in a blanket being cozy while the world outside gets buried in white. It's the small things that matter in adulthood. We spend so much time looking at the negatives, the shoveling, the commute, the responsibilities, but when you focus on the positives, when you really pay attention, you start to see how much positivity and beauty there actually is. You know, I miss being a kid sometimes. I miss those tunnels and that specific kind of peace that I can't really find anywhere else. But I can appreciate this too. The day-to-day of adulthood. The small adventures, the neighbors, the choice to find magic in a trip to CVS. So here I am, years later. No more tunnels in the backyard. No more snow forts that I'd live in for hours at a time. When I look outside right now and see this storm, I still feel that same pull, like something that's kind of nudging me back. That same sense of possibility, it's just different. Kid me would carve out a space in the snow and make it a whole world. And adult me just kind of walks through a blizzard for apple juice and calls it a day.
Oh my god, we made it!
Different adventures, same spirit. I think that's what I love most about snowstorms, honestly. They've been in this constant thread throughout my life, reminding me that there's still some magic in the mundane if we're willing to look for it. That peace I felt in those tunnels, I can still find it. Just in a different way. So yeah, I still treat snowstorms like an adventure. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way.